Hello, this is Gems with Ozia Designs, and I am here to show you Filezilla. Filezilla is a useful free software program that will allow you to connect to your FTP from your desktop. So you want to start by typing in Filezilla in Google, or you can just go to our client resources page, and there's also a link there. And it should be the first one that comes up, filezillaproject.org. Click on that. And then you're going to download the Filezilla client. Make sure that it is the client, since that is what will connect you. If you have a Windows, you'll see where the setup is. Same if you have a Mac or Linux. So you'll just click on that and download it. It's the same as any other download, quite simple. Once you've downloaded it, you'll have something that looks like this. As you can see, we are not connected to anything. This is where our FTP server will come up. And this is our desktop. Whatever you have on your desktop will show up here. And you can access different files. That way you can get right in to where all of your files are located. Right, so we're going to start by connecting to a client. You can either click here, or you can put in your host and username and password here. I'm going to start by creating a new site. I'm going to use Winterberry Villas as an example. So I'm just going to write in Winterberry. If you have more than one website, that can be quite useful. If you only have one, really don't worry about it. You could just write my website. Your host name, if you've ever connected to your FTP client before through Nuvu or through Dreamweaver, then you'll have recognized this. You receive this when you first sign up for your hosting. So you'll type that in here. This will look different depending on what hosting company you use. We're going to come down and select normal. Here you'll type in your username and password. You also receive this with your hosting information. Definitely a good thing to have on hand, as you'll be using it quite often when editing your website. So then we're going to press connect. Now if everything goes through successfully, you should have something that looks like this. This is your FTP. The only folder you will ever work with is the public HTML folder. This is where your website is stored. And if you want to upload your website new, you would simply double-click on your website, highlight everything inside of the website, and drag it into this file. If you only want to upload a few new items, you can go in here and you can see here are all the different names. A .html is a web page. This would be obviously the floor plans page, the amenities page, the photo gallery page. You can go through it that way, and you can always just upload one page at a time if you prefer. If you're uploading an image, you can do that here by clicking on images. And here's all of our images. And again, you could simply drag them into whichever folder or into the main folder if you chose. Quite simple. I'll give you a short example of that. Let me find a picture, and we're going to drag it in here. And as you can see, it's downloading. Also a good thing to remember when you are downloading pictures, or if you're downloading a web page, is to always make sure that there are no spaces. If there's a space, then the server will not be able to read it. So this is actually probably a bad example, since there is a space in this, and that should be fixed. But it gives you a good example of what it will be like. And now you'll look over here and see if we can find it. It should be picture 9. And there it is. So you can see it is now on the server. It is now online. So that's just a nice way to upload things. Simple. If you're using Nuvu, that is usually not the best way to upload. It's great for editing, but in terms of uploading, I would do it through Filezilla. I hope this helps you out, and have a wonderful day.